Bestie, in this video we have got a red flag and a half. Hi guys, gals and non-Byron pals, welcome to Budget with Ira. On this channel we talk about budgeting, paying down debt and saving up for the life that you truly deserve. If that's not something you'd like to watch, please consider subscribing to the channel because we do have a lot of fun over here, Bestie. We really do. In today's video we're following on my series of Budget Bestie. Budget Bestie is a series where people anonymously submit their budgets to me. I take a look at it and see what I might do in their situation. This is not financial advice and I am not a financial advisor. However, sometimes me looking at something for you might help you make better decisions. So yeah, in today's video is a good one. So should we get started? So today we've got someone who earns okay. However, I want to talk to you about this. So what is the main financial issue? So their main financial is activities and traveling to see a guy I'm dating. I end up paying for our hotel stays while he pays for food and drinks. I usually try and budget £200 but end up being way over, paying double or 3 times his budgeted amount. He always says he'll pay half but never does. I think I just need to get better at saying no once the money I've budgeted is finished. Bestie. There really is like a world where we need to really lay down the law and stop treating other people and think about ourselves sometimes. Now, is this guy a keeper? I don't know. Is this guy the one? I don't know. Is this really the best thing for you? I don't know. Only you can answer those questions. But if you're in a situation where you're paying up to £600 to see someone and they're not reciprocating that, I don't know if I'd be doing that. So looking at the rest of it, there is some debt as well. So there's 3 or 4 loans. One is with a debt collector. So it's something that we'll need to take a look at there. So their situation is that they're living at home. Their income is just for themselves. I do pay for some of the house bills like water, gas and electric and broadband. No children or dependents, annual bills and subscription, and then they go into it. So there's quite a lot in there. This person's in quite a unique situation. So they're living at home, but they're contributing towards the house, which is really good. But they've landed themselves in like a fair bit of debt and their outgoings are, you know, really normal. However, they want to sort of get on and they really want to do stuff. So their main financial goal is to save an emergency fund, be debt free and build up sinking funds. So let's get budgeting and let's see if that is all possible. Okay, let's get started with this one. We're using the paycheck bill tracker. It's running really low, but that doesn't stop me. These are available on my Etsy store and it's a pad of 25 paycheck bill trackers. They're really good for people who are just new to budgeting and they're making mistakes and stuff like that. And it's really good for me because I can show a budget really easily. So let's get cracking. So let's start with income. This person's income is 2,300. So they don't break it down very far at all or anything like that. So that's all I know. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to list all of the bills really quickly. And then I'll come back to you and I'll talk to you about them. So let's do that now. Okay, so this person has got really bizarre bills. They go over here, so, and it's basically because it's not categorized. So basically what I do is I literally put in what they give me. Sometimes I get comments about, oh, you've missed out this or you've missed out that. I literally put in what they give me. So I don't know anything more than what I'm told. Essentially, they live at home, so they don't pay rent, but they do contribute, or at least it looks like actually pay for a lot of the household bills, and that's how they contribute towards the household. So first of all, we've got groceries, which I assume is just theirs, which is 200. Fuel for work and things like that, which is 80. They put £50 into household. They give themselves £200 spending money, which is about £50 a week. They have their mobile phone, which is a tenner, which I guess they own their phone outright. They spend £70 a month on the gym, which is quite high, but they have mentioned that gym is non-negotiable for them. It's really important. They pay £20 towards a broadband. Water is 32. Gas and electric electric is 164, which is about right. £17 towards life insurance, 20 quid for parking. Peloton is 39, Spotify is 17, Canva is 11, and Passionflix, which is like a Netflix, but it's like romance novels. It actually looks really good. That's £6. So anyway, that is £936, which leaves them with 1,364. So let's change this sinking funds bit to debt. So we've got debt here. So there's 4 loans. So loan number 1, their minimum for that is 270, and that's a pretty hefty loan. The second is loan number 2, which is £60.82 as the minimum. Loan number 3 is 34.62, and then loan number 4 is like a debt collectors one. So they went into arrears with this one, they got into a bit of trouble, so they have an agreement on that of £10 a month. So what that comes up to is 375.44, which leaves them with 988.56 for the month. So the only thing we've really got here left of their expenditure is dating. And what they say is sometimes they budget 200, but sometimes it's even triple that. So in a month, they can spend £600. And that's if they're only seeing that person once a month. What if they're seeing them twice a month or every week? Like, that's where their money's going away. So, I mean, we spoke about red flags and stuff like that, but yeah, that's something that needs to be addressed. I don't know what's going on there. I'm not here for life advice or financial advice, but I can only say what I would do. And I would, if I was really serious about this person and £200 seemed like a reasonable amount of money to me to spend on seeing this person once a month, then I would stick to £200 because I think that's probably quite enough. But this budget is a bit of a mess, and I'm saying that just because nothing is categorized and things are just a bit all over the place. So what I want to do, and I know it's wasteful, but what I want to do, because I will recycle this, is I want to start again and just start from the beginning and recategorize everything. So let's start again with their income, which is 2,300. And what I would do is I would just change and recategorize their bills. So let me just put these down and I'll tell you about them. So here we are with the bill. So what I've put down as a bill is mobile phone, which I think is reasonable at £10. As you said, gym is non-negotiable to you, so that's 70. Broadband 20, water 32, gas and electric 164, life insurance, Peloton. There is an argument that do you need Peloton if you've got the gym, but you know, you are you. I'm not going to be actually taking away anything from this budget because you know, you earn enough money to afford this stuff. It's just you do have like a fair bit of debt, so you might want to cut some things back to pay it back quicker, but we will go through the debt plan in a sec. Then there's Canva. I don't know why you would need that. And Passionflix, whatever is important to you. Then I'll just put dating here. So if you want to spend £200 a month on this person, spend £200. It's all up to you. So altogether, that comes up to £586, which leaves you with £1,714. And that's your bills. And what I've then done is I broke down your other bits here into envelopes. So these could be cash envelopes or they could be digital pots like in Monzo or whatever. So first one would be groceries. £50 a week seems like quite a lot for a single person, but you are you. Then you've got your fuel. I'm just going to leave that at the same, which is £80 a month. Household 50. I don't know if you have to add to a kitty, so if you do, I'd probably move it to there, but if you like spend out of it yourself, £50 is fine. And spending, I think £50 a week is quite a lot, but if it works for you, it works for you. And then you've obviously got your parking as well. I don't know if that is something to do with work or whether it's associated with that. If it's associated with that, I would include it in that number, but you've got that there. So that comes up to £550, which leaves you with £1,164. See, it goes away so quickly. Now, sinking funds you did talk about quite a lot. You spoke about how you've got some stuff and you've got some goals for the year, and most of them are sort of fully funded. So first of all, there's Christmas. in order to get £240 by the end of the year, you need to save £20 a month. Subscriptions, you've got a lot of subscriptions, and they are things like Microsoft Office and things like that, things that sound like they're for work, which, you know, you can argue that work should be paying for, but if they are for your personal use and they bring you joy, then fair enough, but do you really need it? So I'd probably go through a lot of those and cull them. Subscription eons, and that they cost you £120 a year, so £10 a week would be fine. Then you've got your own one there, which is car, which is £225 that has to be. So if you did £20 a month, then you'd have 240, so you'd have a bit of change. Clothing, you say in clothing, you like to have £300 in there, and then you top it up as you go through it. So I'd give yourself £25 a week for that, and that'll get you to £300 by the end of the year. Gifts, you like to have £60, which gives you £5 a month, sorry, that you'd need to save for it. And then travel, again, is £300 for the year, so that would be 25 again. And then you've also got your MOT and service. So these are things that you already sort of pay into, but doesn't seem like there's a plan for it. That would be £50 a week to get to 600. And then Amazon Prime is something that you've listed separate to your subscriptions, which is £95 for the year. So Amazon Prime is 95. If you just do a tenner a month, sorry, then they'll get there with change. So yeah, so that adds up to £165, which leaves you with £999. Now, let's go to debt. So your minimums for debt are £375.44. And what I would do is I'd do an overpayment because you've got like a fair amount of money there of £324.56, which is a £700 a month on debt spent, which leaves you with £299. We will go into the debt plan later, but let's finish this budget first. You said that you wanted to have an emergency fund of £2,000. I would argue that that is just not enough. Let me spell emergency right first. I would say that your emergency fund should be your bills plus your your monthly and weekly spending added up times 6, so that if you lost your job, you would have enough time to find a job that suits you and works with you, and then be able to work a month in hand, if that makes sense. So I would say that your minimums is £936 a month that you need to have. That's excluding everything else, but times that by 6, that is 5616. Yeah, so what that works out, if you want to achieve that in 24 months, that would be £234. So let's save £250 a month into your emergency fund until you get to 6k. Yeah, because I think 6k is your safe space for emergency fund. So I would do £250, which leaves you with £49, and that is your budget. So we'll come back and talk about it in a sec and other things that we could do. But before we do that, what I want to do is talk about this debt repayment plan. Okay, so we are going to do a debt snowball of sorts. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to list the debts from smallest to largest, because that's how the snowball technically works. So the smallest one is loan 3. And you owe £657 on that. Your minimum is £34.62. Then loan 2 is the second smallest, and that you owe £2,067, and your minimum is £60.82. Then loan number 1 is your largest one. You owe £11,800 on that, and your minimum is £270. There's also loan number 4, which is a debt consolidation loan agreed with bailiffs and things like that. So it's something that I wouldn't mess with. So I would keep it separate and just do what they tell you. So that's because of debt collectors, yeah? So yeah, I would do that. I'd just pay the 10 on that and leave it at that, yeah? But let's talk about how I would pay off. So I would say that your debt repayment fee should be £700 each month, which means that you are bankrolling 324.56. So that is to top it up to 700. So that's your minimums plus 324.56 makes 700, right? So let's talk about this first debt and paying it off. So if you add 324.56 to 34.62, that makes your starting snowball as 359.18. And if you paid 359.18 to this, you'd be debt free in 2 months. So loan number 3 would be completely gone after 2 payments, yeah, which is good. So in 2 months time, when you get to loan 2, your minimum is 60.82 on that, and you would have paid off 121.64 by then, which would leave you with 1,945.36. So what your debt snowball would be at this point is 60.82 plus the 359, which is actually a debt snowball of £420, which means that in 5 months time that would be paid off. So 7 months later, with this loan, you would have paid off 1,890, yeah? So you'd still have 9,910 to pay off, but your debt snowball at this point would be the 32456 plus the 3462 plus the 6082 plus the 270. So your debt snowball at that point is £690. So if you paid £690 exclusively every single month to this loan one, you'd have your debt gone in 15 months. So all in all, that's 22 months to be debt free. So it's basically debt free in 2 years, which is not bad. I mean, if you're able to chuck more at it, you'll get it done quicker. But yeah, so with this one here, loan number 4, £10 a month, in 22 months time, you would have paid off 220, obviously, because there's no interest on that. But at that point, you'd owe £250 left over on it, but your debt snowball still exists. So if you chucked like a portion of your £700, that's like another month, and that's still within your 2 years. So that's probably the debt approach that I would take with this one, Bestie. Bestie, I would love to know what you would do with this budget. Obviously, it's not ideal, and things like, I mean, there's a lot of stuff here, but this person seems to really have their head screwed on. They know what they want to achieve, but I think this thing is a life thing that you need to address. Like, is this really, you know, is it the one? Is it really important to you? So, you know, if you consider how much quicker you could be debt free and saving up for a house and stuff like that, it could be a different thing. But yeah, but please don't spend more than £200 on a man every month. All right, okay, this one's done, Bestie. I'll see you in the next one. Hi guys, gals and non-binary pals, thank you so much for getting through to the end of the video. You know I love it when you get through to the end of the video. Please give this video some love. Make sure you like, comment, share and subscribe, and if you are going to comment, please use this emoji. If you want me to take a look at your budget, please make sure you follow the link below. It redirects you to a Google form, which is an anonymous survey. I have no idea who you are, and I can take a look at your budget and see if it's suitable for a video. If you're at a place where you're really struggling with it, or if you just like another pair of eyes on it, why not go ahead and do it, Bestie? It's really worthwhile. Thank you so much for watching this video, and special thank you to the channel members and the patrons who keep this channel churning and keep it moving. If you would like to join them and support me over on Patreon, please take a look at the link in the description. You will not regret it, Bestie. That's all we have for today. I really hope you're enjoying this series, but until the next one, I would like you to have a wonderful day, have a wonderful week, and have a wonderful budget. Always remember, don't trust Ira. And Bestie, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.